S5, the first Audi we've filmed on the channel. We've been doing this show for like 3 years now, and we've never filmed an Audi. Like, what is this? Audi's definitely one of my favorite brands, at least just from a aesthetics point of view, from a build quality point of view. I mean, this is pure German engineering, you know, along with BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, AMG, all of these brands. They've got a real nice build quality about them, so I'm very excited about today in the S5. No, it's not an RS5, it's not an RS4, it is the S5. So it's definitely not a base model. This is a 2013 model, right? So it's the first year, first of all, with the 333 horsepower supercharged V6, and the first year for the dual clutch transmission in this car. I'm very excited about. Every other, you know, quick sports sedan or sports coupe I've driven have been single clutch transmissions or, you know, a torque converter automatic, which is fine, like in the C63 AMG and the Lexus ISF are not dual clutches. But when you get into a dual clutch, you begin to realize how quickly cars can knock off shifts. And right off the bat, other than the 991 GT3 RS I drove with the PDK, Porsche's PDK transmission, I mean, that's just instant. This is the quickest transmission I've ever felt other than that. It's dual clutch, you expect it, but I mean, the PDK was quick, and this is just about there. It's really awesome. So we'll go for a drive, have a little bit of fun, and see what the S5 really is all about. So it is a 3-liter supercharged V6, all right? So basically what you get with that is no lag, which is a very good thing. It's just instant throttle, instant response. Sure, the car only has 317 foot-pounds of torque, which may not seem like a lot, especially for a car that's, you know, it's not WRX sized, it's not Evo sized, it is big Audi coupe sized. Even though this isn't the, you know, an S6 or an S7 or an RS7 or something like that, it is still not a small car by any stretch of the imagination. So 317 foot-pounds of torque may not seem like a lot, and it isn't, but here's the thing. This car loves to rip in the upper RPMs, absolutely. Even though it only revs, you know, 6,000 RPM and change, but it loves to live up there regardless, and it's got torque all over. You don't have to wait for turbos to spool up. Those are the first things I noticed, the transmission and the power band and how just instant the throttle is. Because I know, I mean, this is the first year with the supercharged V6. Before this, it had a naturally aspirated 4.2 liter V8, you know, that you've come to expect from Audi. I mean, that engine went for a long time. They put it in a lot of cars, including a version of it in the first generation Audi R8. And so when they switched to this 3-liter V6, I would imagine Audi tried to keep a little bit of that naturally aspirated flavor, which is absolutely very welcome in a car like this that rewards quick exits on corners, honestly. It's got Quattro, and it will pull out of a corner very quick if you really want it to. Awesome brakes. Really good grip. You know, it's really nice to finally have a proper dual clutch automatic. I mean, this feels like a very modern car. This is like a 5-year-old car at this point, but the interior feels like it's a 2017 model. This is brand new in here, not dated whatsoever. It's got a flat bottom steering wheel, whether you like that or not, whatever. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't really impair driving at all, and everything is built super solid, really solid. And here's the thing, you even get this in like a base model Volkswagen Golf. When you close the door, you can feel they're not skimping out in build quality or anything like that for that matter. It's a very solid car, which definitely doesn't make it a light car, which is kind of a detriment to that 317 foot-pounds of torque. But at the same time, look at on the inside. This is beautiful. It's fast enough. 333 horsepower. Has never felt so fast. Really, really good stuff. Throttle response is really good, actually. Very surprised about throttle response. One thing I do wish that this car had, though, on the inside would definitely be a very large display of what gear I'm in. I mean, I can see it down there a little bit in the little digital screen in the middle of the speedometer and the tach. You can see it if you're looking for it. But in other cars, you know, there'll be like a big indicator. No, okay, 2, 3, you're in 4th gear now, right? But god damn, this grip. It's good grip, and it's awesome knowing that I can just basically floor it out of a corner and the thing just sticks. Honestly, I love it. I think this is a great car. But yeah, here, we'll start out from a dig, see how it does. Nice sounding crackles on the upshift. And 14 kilometers an hour. I mean, it's not slow. 333 horsepower. This is definitely adequate fast. And with a pulley, a tune, maybe an intake and an exhaust, this is gonna really wake up, you know, in the 400, 450 horsepower range. Then you're really approaching super sedan kind of power, which is all this car needs, to be honest. It's got the transmission, the chassis definitely is not overpowered, absolutely is not overpowered. You have a chassis that is so robust and a transmission that is so capable of handling the torque that this car feels like it could easily take another 200 horsepower. The brakes would be fine, the transmission would probably be fine, maybe not, who knows, but the point is that it feels very confidence inspiring and it feels like the chassis can handle a lot more power, which is definitely a good thing. God, this thing's quick. Quicker than I expected, and another thing, it feels smaller than I expected. Something else that I took away from driving the E92 M3 is that it felt like a smaller car than I thought it was going to feel like, but it's so nice. God, I love Audis. This is great. Instant downshifts, little bit of rear end slippage under braking there, which is most certainly welcome. Adds to the excitement. No, I don't think this car needs, 500 horsepower to be fun. I think it's got plenty enough power, and this dual clutch makes awesome sounds out of the exhaust, little burbles here and there on the upshifts and downshifts. I love those blips on the upshift. Oh, that sounds so good. It's a little bit louder in here than it is actually outside the car. Alright, you guys, so while we're just cruising here, if you haven't already, we launched our new website. We launched a very updated version, really slick version of our website. It's up right now, why did I say www? roadsuntraveled.com. Hit it up. Go check out everything we have to offer up there, including our brand new store, which is a lot of fun. We've got these Roads Untraveled hats. you can check out up there, as well as stickers and soon to be hoodies, t-shirts, all that good stuff. So if you're interested at all in the other stuff we have to offer, modified cars, crazy big turbo cars, all that good stuff is on the website, and photo shoots as well, those all go up there. Be sure to check it out, as well as our podcast that we record and put up every single Wednesday on iTunes. So anyways, you guys, this has been the Audi S5, 2013 Audi S5 in the used market. This is such a good bargain. The dual clutch really is honestly what sells me on this car. Doesn't have a whole ton of power, but the dual clutch is really what sells me on this car, and I'm very excited to see what the owner does in terms of exhaust and a supercharger pulley, because that would totally wake this car up and make it a true, real Autobahn slayer, as it were. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next video. We got some really crazy cars coming up. More on that later. All right, you guys, have a good one.